Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I recently started pouring a lot more zinc. I can get zinc really cheaply, and I have no interest in investing in zinc actually, but people like it at the art show, and it's a lot cheaper for me than bismuth. And also, depending on what I'm pouring, zinc contracts when it freezes, so it makes it for nice things that need to stand, and it's a lot cheaper too. I'll have to do some research into how to anodize zinc. I haven't really got a good answer with that. That's the next thing I'll have to practice with. But I can sell this for almost as much as I sell the bismuth for, so it's really great at the art shows. And some of these things kind of require zinc because of how they stand. And I had a number of setbacks these last couple of weeks. First of all, the only reason I got involved with zinc was because of all the shipping delays, and I can't get my hands on bismuth, and which was great. And I caught COVID-19. You guys saw me recover, but I made a really quick recovery. There were only a couple days when I actually tested positive, and right now as I speak, I'm starting to regain my sense of taste. I'm kind of using this loss of taste as another moment in time to correct some eating habits, so it's not the end of the world. I've been making a lot of strides in my eating habits over the last couple of years, obviously. Actually, to give you an idea of how much my eating habits have changed, I went to grab an old suit that I had used at a previous job interview that had brought me a lot of luck, and I wanted to use it when I interviewed at my current job at a community college. And when I put it on, I was like, oh my god, this was back when I was still binge eating. And so it was a significant difference. So I got COVID-19 this past week. I had a wardrobe malfunction on my way to work today. Go watch my video. And I ended up having to go to work with, well, almost pretty much naked, right? Except that I had to pose in a weird way so people wouldn't see that my pants were ripped in half. And then I reminded myself again that we only got 45 more days until I become a billionaire, and that just made it a lot easier. Or 45 more days until something big happens, and so it just made it a lot easier to swallow. Right? Hang in there, a little. And so with the wardrobe malfunction issue, I kind of just laughed it off. Now, what would have been nice today, is part of the reason I ended up going to work despite the wardrobe malfunction, was that I was desperately racing to go to the store to buy more clothes, and I made a wrong turn. I so badly wanted to call my boss to let her know what's going on, but then I realized that I'd have to stop the car, and I don't want to make myself even later than I already am. So I need to get some kind of Bluetooth device for my car, just in case if I ever run into that kind of situation again. I know better than to talk on my phone while driving. I never thought I would be in a conundrum where I would have to slow down because I'm already running out of time to make a phone call. So what happened today kind of gave me an idea of why some people might choose to text and drive. Not that I would condone it, but I used to be very upset at people who do that. But today I can kind of see why that might happen. Anyway, so get ready for my next art show. Now, ironically, the reason I chose July 18th was because it was the day that polonium was discovered back in 1898. I often wish polonium were non-radioactive and you could make stuff out of it, because if you look at the periodic table, right, tellurium forms of intricate crystals as well, right? Unfortunately, tellurium is a non-metal. It's kind of toxic because it's a non-metal, right? Because it forms hydrogen telluride. It's kind of like sulfur and selenium, right? And it smells bad, but it forms these intricate crystals. So I wouldn't recommend trying it on your own. If you could go one below tellurium to polonium, and now you have a metal, it won't have the problems of hydrogen polonide, right? I don't think that compound even exists. It's probably not going to be brittle like tellurium. Also, presumably, solid polonium would sink in liquid polonium. So you could have crystals that grow much bigger than the limitations of how big your container is, right? Presumably it probably wouldn't be all that toxic, right, if it weren't for the radioactivity, right? It clears out of your system very quickly, except it delivers a fatal dose of radiation on its way out, right? That's why a lot of times when these Russian spies get assassinated, we have a hard time diagnosing. By the time we think about diagnosing it, the polonium's out of their body altogether, right? That's kind of unfortunate. Maybe what I might try one day is if we have the technology to keep something spinning at the speed of light, right? Then it won't decay, and then I could grow a polonium crystal. I would so much love to see one.